I remember back in the day, Elvis had this series called People Ruin Everything, and all of the art and the thumbnails was from Shadman. Let's see here. Elvis Alien is a YouTuber with content made for an audience of children who openly supports the creation of art that involves explicit depictions of children, otherwise known as lolly. Does he make it for an audience of children? I feel like his content is a little more adult than that, but okay, we'll go with that for now. So, there's more Shadman stuff going on. A lot of people are being called out for their associations with him. It looks like a lot of the tweets were deleted or something. So here we have Nick tweeting out a list of people who have interacted with Shadman. Are you piss maxing? I am. List of people who have associated with Shadman. And then he said, for the record, 40% of the entries on the list are usually wrong or something, so don't marry yourself to the names you see. Let's see here. 2 Mads on that list, apparently. What did he do with Shadman? Let's see here. Pitmaster Broda says, most disingenuous list ever made. Replying onto top accounts on Twitter back then was how you grew followers fast, and Shadman was a popular Twitter artist with origins in Newgrounds. By the time you go through Shad's followers and replies, you have to include most of the internet. Chaos says this list is really disingenuous. To clarify, I've replied to only popular tweets from him without knowing the full extent of what he was doing. I absolutely don't agree with discussing things I later learned about him. Okay, interesting. What's going on with Elvis the Alien? Hey, Elvis the Alien deleted his Twitter. Anyway, he has proof that the stole my joke for his Karen video. Couldn't even put it in his thumbnail, like in his Bliss review, when someone said the same thing. Couldn't even credit me. Whatevs. When you order a Jordan Peele movie from Wish.com.
I believe this movie is a thing. Pretty hilarious that this actually exists. This is basically like if you ordered a Jordan Peele movie from Wish.com. I believe this movie.
I feel like this is such a minor complaint. What is this mad about? He stole your joke on Letterboxd? Okay, I don't really get that. All right, what is going on? Let's see here. Because I remember back in the day, Elvis had this series called People Ruin Everything, and all of the art and the thumbnails was from Shadman. Let's see here. Elvis Alien is a YouTuber with content made for an audience of children who openly supports the creation of art that involves explicit depictions of children, otherwise known as lolly. Does he make it for an audience of children? I feel like his content is a little more adult than that, but okay, we'll go with that for now. Elvis engaged in a relationship with this individual, knowing full well what he was doing in the art he made. Elvis the Alien was even using Shadman's art for thumbnails in his YouTube videos. He's openly admitted and expressed his support for this artist. Shadman and his art depicting IRL minors, such as Daphne Keane and Keemstar's daughter, is what helped him spark into controversial popularity in the underground group of files. Elvis is now being called out for his vile behavior regarding his open support for essentially a creator that makes pixelated child, and he's on the run. Don't let it stop here. If you have a child that watches this content creator, you must do everything you can to make sure they're never exposed to the potential file in the future. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that Elvis the Alien is a potential file. And use your voice to make sure you can't use the ad revenue from YouTube to support this degenerate and disgusting behavior. We must call for an end to this. Below is a list of other content creators who known to affiliate with or support this artist. Okay, here he is responding to Shad all the way, like all the time, I guess. Bottom reply here says, to each their own, you weird ha ha ha. At least you're talented. He says, I concur. He says, so dumb, censoring the sort of shit just gives it more power. Let there be a ton of swastikas on the people we kill in games. Here he put a dripping emoji. Seriously, what even is this? I'm glad to see his titles are improving. Pretty much so. Thanks for the content, Shad base. Copyright claim that. Back away slowly, Shad. Please, for all that is good in the world. Don't you dare. ... Okay, so you responded to him a lot. Okay, so it looks like here we have new video. Oh, so this is the art from Shad that was used. Now, this isn't lolly art specifically. This is art of age characters. But it's art from Shadman, I guess, that he used in his thumbnails, right? And I guess Elvis deleted his Twitter because of this? I think Queeman tweeted about it. Hold on. No, this is about Nux Taku. All right, we'll get it out in a second. All right, Nux Taku is being accused. Let's see here. This one said, it seems Nux Taku had multiple private conversations with Shadman throughout 2021. Curious. All right, here we have a clip.
So Shadman takes lolly to another level. So Shadman is a Nazi-ish, file-ish fellow. Shadman didn't just draw lolly. Shadman drew lolly of real-life people. Like Keemstar's 10-year-old daughter got drawn by this guy in sexual art. And that is fucked up. That is insanely fucked up. Now, Keemstar is my best friend, which is why I'm extra mortified about all of this. Oh, God, I don't want to know how Chris was associated with this guy. There's some really... So, I was talking to Shadman. That's a weird...
Oh, so here's him talking to Quiet about talking to Shadman.
Yeah. And,
that's a way to start a sentence.
That's a way.
Quiet seems rather uncomfortable with this conversation.
And he has some interesting takes on Gardevoir.
He can keep them. I don't think I need to hear them.
Yeah, they're weird. Dude, honestly, it was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. Like through DMs. I didn't speak to him like voice, but it was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life.
I don't think you could have a normal conversation with a guy like Shadman.
Oh my lord, Shadman. Oh my god. I'm scrolling through the DMs. There are a few things that he said that were interesting. And he also says each word in like a different message.
Oh, he's one of those
multiple text guys. Oh my god, me neither. Games are too corny. Sure, it's good, but games are just corny to me. So I'm not a gamer. I'm like Sans, because I spent 11 hours beating him on stream when I was younger. Point is, hereditary means passed down from generations.
This reads like some shit you wake up at 3 a.m. because you like have an idea you need to put down, and then you look at it the next day, you're like, how did this come out my hands?
I don't know.
There,
For those of you that are unaware, Shadman is a person that draws a lot of, well, I would say hentai, but when I said, hey, I've seen your hentai, he was like, I don't draw hentai. I draw digital porn that has slight, there is slight, inspiration that he takes from hentai.
Okay, gotcha. So he said that.
So Shadman.
And then Nux Taku says, Shadman DM'd me weird shit out of the blue and I made fun of him for it many times in videos and on the podcast. I've seen it in the clip. I've never commissioned or promoted or been friends with him, but I've never hidden that fact. Framing this as a relationship is very disingenuous. This person said, you're literally calling him out in that video they use. He said, apparently making fun of freaks makes you a file these days. But then Queeman responds saying, why are you lying? You asked him to collab and got rejected in 2021. Probably this guy. I bet to middle school. Want to collab? I know, but your heart's in the right place. Understandable. Have a nice day. I'm here when you come around. Interesting. Interesting, Nux. Interesting. Curious what your response would be, Mr. Taku. Remember Anissa Jama tweeted she would openly follow Shad on Twitter and view it in public. Also, you're starting to pick up on more of Destiny's mannerisms. Am I? If that's the case, that kind of sucks. All right, so there's that. And then Smaggle also has been tweeting about this incessantly. Mr. Daggle. Let's see here. So I guess there was some tweet from Elvis the Alien that got deleted because he deleted his entire account. And then Smaggle says, so this is what you meant by shock factor? And then you have a picture of, it looks like that's the girl from whatever that, the Incredibles, right? With like a dick on her face in Elvis's video. Bruh. Why did Elvis delete his Twitter? Elvis the Alien. Didn't he make a video about this stuff? Why I stopped making people ruin everything videos? Okay, so this hypothetically should talk about it, right? This person says, I think most people are guilty of doing edgy, dumb when they were younger. You weren't doing anything malicious or creepy, so I wouldn't sweat it too much. This shit's overblown, and I'm sure MFs will get over it. All right, well, let's see this. To be clear, People Ruin Everything was a series he did back in the way. I think I had seen it before or something. I don't really remember that well, but I think I'd seen some of these videos. I think I would have been like 16 or something watching them, 17. And in those videos, I think it was, he would like review like the most degenerate art of like anything. So we'd look at like Overwatch or something and be like, this is gross, that kind of thing, right? That's what I remember about those videos. Do you think Mr. Beast will do another follow-up on the private investigators? I assume he will. I mean, he kind of has to at this point if he's going to even talk about it, right?
This video is belated. I should have made this a long time ago. I should have explained everything to you guys, you know, why I stopped making the People Ruin Everything videos. It's been a long time since I stopped making them. I changed direction years ago, and I just went forward with that without really any explanation aside from a tweet here and there. So yeah, I think I would like to use this video to lay it all out there so you guys know everything, you know, why I stopped making them. They were pretty big, pretty popular when I was making them. It's not very cut and dry, the reason why I stopped. So one of the reasons is money. They didn't make money. They were either demonetized, age restricted, or like something in them got claimed. They were not easy to monetize, you know, obviously because of the adult content within them. That was like the lowest reason. Like if there's a tier list of reasons, that would be like, let's go over the others. So they were very repetitive. Making them sucked. I liked making the
I don't care about this.
But it is what it is, you know, you move on, you grow, you live. I feel like it's very common for that to happen, but it still sucks. That leads me to the next reason, which is they were extremely irresponsible videos. Some of them weren't age restricted, and I talked about some pretty disgusting stuff. I know I censored mostly everything. I did a pretty good job censoring stuff. Every once in a while, something might slip through, but yeah, just it's hard to make videos like that without harming someone out there. You know, I'm talking about some really gross stuff. I know it's like it has to do with SpongeBob or The Incredibles or Dragon Ball Z or something like that.
Is he going to talk about Shadman? Jesus.
Just back then, I rationalized it when I, like, the very rare time.
Here we go.
It's been a headache for me for a while because, you know, some of the stuff featured in those videos were from Shadman, which is this disgusting artist that drew a bunch of lolly stuff. People submitted his art to me on Twitter. And yeah, I knew about him on Twitter. Everybody did back then, but I didn't really know of him. You know, like I wasn't like I didn't frequent his website. I didn't like I didn't know him at all, really. I just had people send some of his weird art to me. And I was like, wow, this guy draws a lot of weird shit for attention. Yeah, I really should not have promoted his stuff in videos. Huge mistake. Obviously I'm paying for that now. People are like canceling me and stuff like, oh my God, Elvis, he's a predator. It's just stupid.
I mean, from what I've seen, there doesn't seem to be any evidence that Elvis the Alien is a pedophile. I don't think he's a pedophile. And I also, from what I can tell, I don't think he knew everything, maybe. But at the same time, he was replying to him a lot. So he seemingly knew that Shad was drawing weird At the very least, I think he did know that Shadman was drawing lolicon stuff. I think that's hard to argue with based on the Smaggle tweet. I mean, this is the like teenage girl from The Incredibles. How old is that girl even? How old is the teenage girl in The Incredibles? 14! This is the same character, right? I'm pretty sure this is the same character. So from what I can tell, at the very least, he had to have known about the lolicon stuff. So I don't really think there's a lot of explanation for that, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe he regrets it now. Maybe he does, but I don't know, bro. Shouldn't have done that.